Welcome back to our channel, where today we're rediving into the eerie depths of Pixar movies and exploring the top 5 scary Pixar theories that will send chills down your spine. These are not your average animated films. Nope, there's more than meets the eye. And we're about to uncover some seriously disturbing secrets. So, buckle up as we uncover the darkness lurking beneath the vibrant colors and seemingly innocent plots of our beloved Pixar classics. You won't unbelieve the twisted turns these movies take when viewed through the lens of these chilling theories. Get ready to question everything you thought you knew about Pixar. Theory 3. Mike and Sully are the new Fury's Monsters, Inc. Let's talk about one of the most popular Pixar theories out there. Monsters, Inc. is a beloved movie, but what if it's not as kid-friendly as we think? What if the monsters aren't just misunderstood creatures in a different world? What if they're actually demons from hell? Now, hear me out. The door that leads to the human world is depicted as a portal to hell. And let's not forget about the scream-powered world. The monsters use screams to power their city, which mirrors how demons feed off human fear and despair. And let's not forget Randall Boggs, the reptilian monster who represents pure evil. He's even called the nicest guy you'll ever meet by one of the other monsters. The final nail in the coffin. If you ignore the ending scene, the movie has a very anticlimactic ending, leaving us with more questions than answers. It feels like the creators intentionally left it open-ended to suggest the possibility of a much darker reality. Theory 4. Mike Wazowski was abused as a child. Monsters, Inc. Moving on to another unsettling theory. Let's focus on Mike Wazowski, the lovable yet insecure one-eyed monster. What if his insecurities stem from a traumatic past? In the movie, Mike's backstory is briefly touched upon, but we learn that he grew up in an abusive household. His father had a thing for green monsters and treated Mike poorly due to his size. This theory suggests that Mike was not only physically abused, but also emotionally neglected, which could explain his desperate need for acceptance and validation in Monsters, Inc. Think about it. He throws himself into his job, constantly seeking praise and recognition. This theory adds a tragic depth to Mike's character, making him more relatable and his struggles more heartbreaking. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of places, hope can be found in the most unexpected friendships. Theory 5. Coco is about a drug cartel. If you've seen Coco, you probably loved it. But what if there's a darker meaning hidden beneath the vibrant visuals and catchy tunes? Well, one theory suggests that Coco is actually a metaphor for the Mexican drug cartels. The land of the dead is a parallel to the violent underworld of drug trafficking. Miguel's journey is a representation of a young person getting involved with a cartel and the consequences that follow. Each character in Coco can be seen as an archetype of figures within a cartel. For example, Hector, the charming yet manipulative drug lord, or the strict and protective father figure. The music and dancing represent the allure and excitement of cartel life. But there's a price to pay. The movie hints at the dangers and sacrifices demanded by this lifestyle. And that's a wrap, folks. These scary Pixar theories are sure to leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about these beloved films. From possessed toys to a demon underworld, the depths of creativity and storytelling are truly mind-boggling. Which theory left you in shock? Do you see these movies in a whole new light now? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more spine-chilling content. Until next time, happy haunting. 6 scary Pixar secrets that adults only realize when they grow up. When you're a kid, Pixar movies are all fun and games. But as you grow up, things get darker. Let's start with Toy Story. Buzz Lightyear is more than just a toy. He's a metaphor for how children process their emotions. As a kid, Andy treated Buzz like a real space ranger, projecting his own imagination onto the toy. But Woody was jealous of Buzz because he was the favorite. In reality, Buzz represents logic and reason, while Woody represents emotion and instinct. By the end of the film, they work together, showing that Andy has learned to integrate both logic and emotion into his personality. Next, Monsters, Inc. is not just a silly monster movie. It's a metaphor for facing your fears. When Sully and Mike discover the human world, they're initially terrified, but they learn that humans aren't as scary as they seem. And in fact, laughter is the most powerful energy source of all. Sully represents our fears, while Mike represents our intellect. Together, they conquer their fears and learn that what scares us isn't always as dangerous as we think. But it gets darker with Finding Nemo. This movie is about a father's unconditional love for his son. Marlin is so overprotective because he's afraid of losing Nemo, who was born with a disability. But Marlin learns to let go and trust in Nemo's abilities. Dory represents the importance of friendship and support, helping Marlin to overcome his fears and see Nemo as more than just a disabled fish. Now, let's talk about Wall-E. At first glance, Wall-E looks like a cute story about a lonely robot cleaning up Earth, but the truth behind it is terrifying. This movie might actually show us how humanity will end in real life. The Earth is dead in Wall-E's world. Earth is covered in trash, plants are gone, and humans have abandoned the planet. This isn't science fiction. It's a warning about where consumerism and climate change are taking us. Humans are slaves to machines on the Axiom ship. Humans have become obese, helpless, and glued to screens. They can't walk, think, or even interact without technology. Sound familiar? It's exactly what's happening today with social media, AI, and endless consumerism. The robots replaced us. The darkest detail is that robots like Wall-E have become caretakers of a dead world. The movie suggests that if we don't change, the Earth will survive. But we won't. Wall-E isn't just a kid's movie. It's a horror story about humanity's extinction, wrapped in cute animation. Monsters, Inc. and Toy Story both belong to Pixar, meaning they share the same universe. So there are definitely crossovers. These are the top 2 darkest theories that prove it. Theory 7. Boo from Monsters, Inc. becomes the witch from Brave. This theory is one of Pixar's darkest and most mind-blowing connections. We see Boo become obsessed with finding her furry friend Sully after he disappears from her life. But what if she never stopped searching? Time travel and magic fans believe that Boo grew up to be the witch in Brave. The witch uses doors for teleportation, just like the monsters do with closet doors. Her carvings include Sully's image, proving she's still looking for him. The tragic twist, if true. This means that Boo spent her entire life chasing a monster from her childhood, using dangerous magic and time manipulation, but never found him. Instead of a happy reunion, her story ends in loneliness and obsession. It flips Boo as sweet childhood innocence into one of Pixar's saddest and scariest fates. Theory 8. Lotso from Toy Story was right. Lotso the bear from Toy Story 3 is remembered as one of Pixar's evilest villains. But what if he wasn't really wrong? The dark truth about toys. Lotso believes that toys are disposable objects, destined to be abandoned by their owners. And let's be honest, Andy proves this when he grows up and almost forgets Woody and Buzz. Lotso as the villain or survivor. What if Lotso isn't evil, but just traumatized by the truth? He once loved Daisy, his owner, but when she replaced him, he realized toys are just temporary companions. His bitterness came from knowing the painful reality, the horror of existence as a toy. Toys are self-aware, but powerless. They live in fear of being forgotten, thrown away, or replaced. Lotso didn't create this nightmare. He just accepted it. Maybe Lotso isn't the villain. Maybe he's the only toy who truly understood the dark curse of being alive yet powerless. Which theory shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe for more scary Pixar theories. Theory 9. Wall-E wasn't saving humanity. He was replacing it. In Wall-E, we see a lonely robot cleaning up Earth while humans live in space. The movie shows him as the hero who helps humans return to their home planet. But what if that's not the whole truth? What if Wall-E has a darker, more sinister purpose? Throughout the film, we see Wall-E develop an obsession with humanity. He collects their artifacts, learns their emotions, and even falls in love with a human woman named Eve. But rather than helping humans return to Earth, he's actually becoming human himself. Think about it. The humans on the Axiom are lazy, weak, and unable to survive on Earth. Wall-E, on the other hand, is strong, curious, and emotional. The perfect successor to the human race. What if Wall-E's mission was never to save humans, but to replace them? The idea that Wall-E is a Terminator-like cyborg, sent back to Earth to wipe out humanity is new. It's been around since the movie came out in 2008. At the time, it seemed like a crazy theory. But after watching the movie again, it's not as far-fetched as you might think. Let's look at some of the evidence. First, Wall-E seems to have a strange fascination with humans. He collects their garbage and watches their movies. He even learns to mimic their emotions. Is this because he wants to understand them, or is he gathering intel for his mission to replace them? Then there's the fact that Wall-E is incredibly resourceful. He's able to repair himself, build new tools, and even fight off a cockroach infestation. If Wall-E can adapt to life on Earth and develop emotions, then it's not impossible that he could eventually replace humans altogether. Finally, there's the ending of the movie. After Wall-E helps Eve escape the Axiom, he returns to Earth with the cockroaches. This could be seen as a defeat for Wall-E and the humans, but it could also be seen as a victory for Wall-E and the start of his mission to replace humanity. After all, Wall-E is the only robot left on Earth. He has the cockroaches on his side, and he now knows how to repair himself. He may have lost Eve, but he still has his mission. And who knows what other robots he could find along the way. So the next time you watch Wall-E, keep an eye on him. He may seem like a cute little robot vacuum cleaner, but he could be the harbinger of a new robotic age. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more content. Alright, here's the last two theories to wrap things up. In the beginning of the film, humans are obese, lazy, and have destroyed the planet. They rely on Wall-E to clean up their mess and to fix the damage they've done. But what if Wall-E is more than just a helpful robot? What if he's the new human? He's basically a smaller, cuter version of us that can fit in our pockets. By the end of the movie, he is the one who saves the day, and all the humans get to ride off into the sunset on his back. So maybe Wall-E is the next step in human evolution. A superior being that can help us understand that humans are actually kind of garbage. Theory number 6. Inside Out shows that growing up means killing parts of your own mind. The emotions in Inside Out represent the different stages of childhood development. Joy represents the wonder and imagination of a young child. Fear represents the anxiety and uncertainty of the outside world. Anger represents the frustration and aggression of a developing ego. Sadness represents empathy and the ability to connect with others on a deeper level. And disgust represents the boundaries we set to protect ourselves from harm. As we grow up, we learn to suppress certain emotions in order to function in society. We put on a happy face and we pretend that everything is fine, when really we are struggling to cope with the world around us. So the message of the movie is that growing up is a painful process that involves sacrificing a part of ourselves in order to conform to the expectations of others.